Yo, what is going on, everybody? What is up? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to this Kevin Durant grind. What do y'all think about this event card? Man, it's gonna make it a lot more difficult. Kevin Durant, I believe at the elite level was one of the highest as far as the offense goes. Man, his offense is going to be ridiculous in the star tier, but I mean, good looking card. I like the James Harden one too. I wish I could get both of them. I wish I could get the James Harden and the Kevin Durant. But we're still going to grind this out. I think it's going to be interesting to see what the decks look like when we get the star cards in there, since this is going to be the first King of the Court. I'm wondering, like with the old deck that I used, at least before, this is what I used last time. Back when Elite was the highest tier, I just used all event Elite cards and then these 3 Epic Prime Pros. But now that there's star cards in there, I'm interested to see how this is going to look when you do this same deck in King of the Court, if how many star cards are actually going to be in the deck. But anyways, what is going on, guys? What's up, John? What's up, Ivan? What's up, Garcia? Really want to get that KD. You're expecting to be different. Sorry, my cat just jumped in my room. I had to jump over there and chase him out. They usually don't come in here. They usually know better than that, but I don't know. He like did his little sneak in or whatever, and I heard him sneeze right behind me. So let's check this out, see how it looks when we have all event elite cards, see if it's going to be the same. Because usually before, when we did this deck, when we had all event elite cards, this is what it would look like pretty much all the way to the top. The top 2 levels had event cards in there. Sometimes the top 3 levels did, but most of the time it was just mainly just regular elites. Some foils every once in a while. But it worked really good last time it really worked good last time when it was only elite, but we'll see how it looks when it is star as well. Be interesting. King, what is going on, man? Nice lineup. Sounds good, man. Hey, you know what? If y'all got a lineup too that you have found works even better than this one, or if you find one that's different than this one, I'm interested to see what you got. There we go. We do have star cards in there. So that's actually better, honestly, than elite, than having elite pros. Because a lot of star cards are actually worse than elite pros. And so unless it's a top tier, star card, it's usually not as good. Oh, that reminds me, guys. Did y'all see in the catalog? I mean, maybe I'm misremembering here. Maybe I'm misremembering, and y'all let me know in the chat. But I saw in the catalog, since we had that little, I guess, asset update or whatever, I figured that that's usually the time when, usually before, that's usually when they add cards and stuff. And so I checked in the catalog, and I noticed that they had a LeBron James star foil card in there. And there was one other one that I didn't remember seeing before. I can't remember who it is now off the top of my head. But correct me if I'm wrong, but we didn't have a star foil LeBron. Am I right? Am I right, or am I tripping? Because I don't ever remember seeing a star foil LeBron. Big Mo, what is up, dude? Welcome to the stream. John, just lost your first game. No good, man. No good. No good, brother. I'm actually really liking this deck. I mean, if it stays like this with the star cards in there, that's actually so much better, because before, when we use this as elite deck, all of those would be elite event cards, which makes it a little bit tougher. And by the way, if I do not get a star pull in this stream, I am gonna be seriously upset, because granted I didn't play it like I normally play, like just grind out like crazy, but I did grind the flash event. I got to the elite tier or through the elite tier up to in the middle of the first elite. And then the last event that we had with that new event, I finished somewhere in the middle of the elite tier as well, and then the previous flash event. And so those 3 events, I did not pull one single star card. And I know that I didn't do it all out and got a ton of resets, but still, with the last, I haven't pulled a star card in like 2 weeks. And so if I don't get a star, I mean, I gotta be 150 plus resets by now. And so if I don't get one, it's going to be pretty disappointing. Dia, what's up, dude? Josh, what's going on? Defensive star support. Well, if you didn't have one of those before, that is a, I would say that is a pretty good pull then. What do we got here? Offense, defense, rebounding. Westbrook should be good. But so far, at least the first game, man, the deck was really nice. DeMarcus Cousins, defense. First game looked really nice though. If we could see more star cards in the actual King of the Court lineup, that works out perfect. This one looks to be a little bit different though. Last time we were getting filled with tons of star cards. Oh, of course they activate. Doesn't that figure? We got 60% activation on all of our pros, but we still lose it. No biggie, I think we still got it. Last star pull was the Mirotic. I don't even honestly remember the last star pull that I had. I really don't. I can't even think of who it would be. Pulled a foil Luka yesterday. That is awesome. He's actually been playing really well. And what's even better is that the Suns, as crappy season as they had so far, the Suns actually beat the Mavericks again. If y'all remember when the season started this year, the Suns, one of the Suns' very few wins was against the Mavericks. Very first game of the season. And then we just played them again and won another game. Rushy, what's a good deck, man? I'm still rolling with the same one that I used before. And just seeing how it works. We got an 18-pointer and a 20-pointer. So far, it's working out nice. This is what I used before Star came around in the last tier. As many event cards, if you have event cards. And then 3 Epic Prime Pros. I also did a deck in the video. If you've seen the video that's in the description with the King of the Court deck, I did do a deck that most people could put together, and that was all basically the same design with Epic Prime Pros and then just regular 3 epics, and that worked almost, you know, pretty much just as good. So if you don't have this many elite event cards, you can still use regular elite cards, elite pros, but it works much better, obviously, if you have elite event cards and then the Epic Primes. But if you don't have all those, man, you could try the Epic Prime Pros and then 3 epics at the end. Just set it up just like that. But we're still testing it out. Since Star is here, it's going to be a little bit different. The first time we did this, we had a bunch of star cards in the ladder, which made it super easy. And then this last one, there wasn't 1 star card in there, which made it a little bit more difficult. So I guess it's gonna just depend on what you pull. If we actually pull a significant amount of star cards or not, whether or not that's gonna be easy. You actually might, though, now that I think about it, Rushy, you actually might pull more star cards if you do regular elite pros instead of event card pros. You might pull more star cards in there, because you're actually going to want to see, I mean, at least for me, you're going to want to see more star cards, because the star cards are worse than elite pros for the most part. I mean, just in general, obviously there's some stars that are better, but just in general. We got a foil Jimmy Butler there though. That one is nice. Rodman can't beat him, so we're gonna go, yeah, Ginobili's fine. I can do the deck, but I have one elite event pro and elite pros. Well, if you do it, Rushy, let me know how it works out, because I'm interested to see how it goes. Oh, there's a Doc Rivers star event card. That's interesting. Okay. So that's just the regular star, not pro'd up or anything, just a star event card. But it was interesting to see that. Off to a bit rough start, lost 2 games already. What deck are you using? First game it worked. That's awesome, man. As long as it works, dude. Like that one, we got another perfect game, 40 points. So still using this same deck that I used in the last King of the Court. We got an 18, a 20, and another 20, which translates to 40 since we used our multiplier. So if it keeps up with this, you know, pulling these same cards, that's actually really good. But we are definitely due for a star pull. 9 Epic Prime Pros and 6 regular Elites. I did not try a deck similar to that one. I don't know how well that works. But like I said, the 2 decks that I did, when I did a whole bunch of them, when I made the video for the King of the Court, I found that this strat worked pretty much the best. I mean, obviously, there's a million different combinations you can work with, and some might work better than others. But I just found putting the 12 cards that are the higher tier together and then 3 cards that are lower tier together kind of worked the best. But obviously, there's a bunch of other things that can work depending on what you have. But using it like that, I think it just felt like it worked a lot better. I am curious how hard it is going to be to grind this out. I don't know about everybody else. All I can see is, you know, my team, my previous team, the people that I've known that have played this, just how many people that have quit the game recently is disturbing. And so I'm interested to see how many people or what it's going to be like going forward. At least how hard it is going to be to get these event cards. See if the limit is lowered down, or at least how far much lower it is. Waiting on network. Come on. And just curious, in the chat, let me know if you can hear the game volume. We've had problems with BlueStacks and Android the past couple streams on this, and I'm curious to hear if y'all can hear the game volume, like the ball's bouncing. I should have turned off the music. The music shouldn't be on, so that shouldn't be. Yeah, the game volume is fixed. That is awesome, man. That makes things a million times better, because there's nothing worse than like silence, dude. Silence. Sonny, how is the OTL going? Bro, that's hard. I'm not gonna lie, dude. That thing is a mother effing grind. Like, it is 100% a grind, dude. I honestly didn't expect it to be as big of a grind as that it's going to be. But I definitely got to kick it into gear, man. I'm not going to get to 9,000 if I don't kick it into gear. I'm at like 2,000 right now. I know we still got a full day and a half to go, but man, I got to kick it into gear. And I'm going to be neon tier soon. I pulled a I don't know if y'all been following, if some of you or Keon have been following the Twitter, you know, with the last two posts, pulling the worst Gothic twice in a row. I mean, even though that's a dupe, but that type of bad luck. But I actually just finished the TBG and pulled a dupe neon. So I'll actually have 2 pro neons. And so I'm going to be neon tier here in a little bit. Do I think I can't get it? I mean, I'm going to certainly try. I mean, I got a bunch of credits. I bought the 1999 credits just to see if I could get it. And, Lars, that's who I got due. I pulled him last time before that other one, man. You have 2-star singles in your King of the Court deck too, because you didn't have too many full elite pros. I mean, I don't think 2 is going to mess it up too bad. I think you'll be fine with that. Because obviously stars fully leveled up is pretty comparable to elite pros. That is the first time we've seen that, though. That is very interesting. Out of the first 4 that we've done, we've been able to do all ×2 multipliers in every single one of them. We've gotten 18, 20, 20, and 20 each single time, doing every single ×2. This is the first star pro that we've seen in the actual deck. That is interesting. Obviously, it's impossible to get that. You could waste 2 elite pros to get that, but you definitely wouldn't want to do that, being that the top tier is still quite a bit, you know, quite a bit of ways away. So I'm still using the uncommon and common deck. Still no issue. That's awesome, Sheldon. That's awesome. I know when they fixed it the first time, I tested that out and tested it quite a bit, and found that when I used the uncommon and common decks, that the last couple tiers, usually there was a rare pro in the old way before they patched it, but I found there was like 2 or 3 rare pros that weren't fully leveled up, but they were leveled high enough to beat your uncommons. Using Clay and some other dude, it doesn't mess up. That's perfect. That's awesome, man. That is awesome, as long as it works. Being that everybody has different cards, obviously you're never gonna have a deck that is exactly the same as somebody else, unless of course you do have all the event cards. But for the most part, I mean, you're talking most people are gonna have different cards, different decks, and things like that. When you got your pull middle of the session in college. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, when I got my last one, I closed my eyes during the animation and opened them up and saw that it was that same guy. Worst Gothic, but it's still a dupe, so I don't know. 4 over, what's up, dude? Man, welcome to the stream. I haven't seen you in a minute. Finally got the billionaire Batman. That is awesome, dude. Welcome. I'm actually excited for Mortal Kombat, man. I've actually been kind of practicing a little bit for the next couple months. I'm going to be anyway, and so I'm super excited for Mortal Kombat, man. I can't wait for that to come out. I know I'm really excited to see the character reveals too. I want to see who they are going to have and what new characters or old characters are going to be included in there. First Raph, first game of the day and pulled a star Aaron Gordon. Give me some of that luck. Please, give me some of that luck. Everyone looked at you and you're like, oops, yeah. I can bet, man. You have a reaction, get excited, and everyone stares at you. I think they upped pulling double pointers because you pulled a lot in the Flash Gauntlet. I didn't feel like I pulled more than useful. Dang, we've had 3 in a row now with not one single ×2 multiplier. I don't like that. I have a feeling that, look at this. This is 4 straight now with no ×2. I have a feeling this last one is going to be a Star Pro for some reason. Like, it feels like that's what it's going to be. This deck seemed to be extremely weak, filled with all these star cards. But we didn't have one single ×2 multiplier in that whole thing. And we didn't. Finally, Larry Johnson, though. I really want this Larry Johnson. That was a really weak deck. I would much rather have a tougher deck and get those ×2 instead of going through the whole thing with only ×1s. You were pulling them every game. I didn't come close to pulling them every single game, that's for sure. I need to dust off the rust on Raiden. Yeah, I need to practice, no doubt. I am do not have very good skills in Mortal Kombat, so I need to brush up. I'm curious if they're going to do any type of gear system. I seriously hope not. I hope they do skins and stuff, but I don't want some gear system, man. That ruined almost my whole experience for Injustice. I spent so much time trying to do the gear for it. But I'm super excited, man, when it finally comes. We really have. I've been actually working on my deck for the other game mode too. Platinum Playbook. I've been proing up a bunch of these Muhammad Abdul Rauf cards, getting a bunch of Doug West and Kendall Gills and leveling them up. I've been doing a bunch of trying to I can't remember who the other common was. It was only 2 commons that I'm trying to level up. I can't remember who the other guy's name is though. But I've been working on that, and somebody posted in one of the videos, like commented in one of the videos, that they actually kept the same deck through the tiers. Michael Cage, that's who it is, Michael Cage. And so, yeah, there he is. And so, and you know what's interesting? They only cost 4 supercharge keys. So I'm actually going to supercharge all these as well. And what's interesting with it is that a guy commented on one of the videos and said that he actually used the same deck through a couple tiers. Even though the salary cap increased, he still kept the same deck, and the opponent kept the same decks as before. Like, they didn't increase their tier at all. And so I'm really interested to see how well that actually works, and I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. If we can keep the same deck, the same common, using the Abdul Rauf and the Michael Cage and maybe 1 rare pro or something like that, dude, I'm gonna keep it, because it's definitely a pain in the butt trying to keep all of these different cards. Yeah, that's what I'm setting up for. That is what I'm setting up for. And if anybody in the chat knows, because I really didn't keep track of this last time. I'm trying to figure it out, but who is the best rare? Can anybody in the chat tell me what the best rares are? I've been keeping this Jason Williams. I mean, since the game mode started, I've been keeping the Jason Williams. And I've tried to find some rare that's better than the Jason Williams, and I haven't found any yet. So if anybody in the chat knows if there or what rare cards are better than Jason Williams, let me know. And not counting the team cards. Like when we first got into 2K, right? It gave you a specific card for every single team that was way better than all the other rares. I'm not counting those because I don't have mine anymore. And I'm not counting mine because I don't have it, which was the Devin Booker for the Suns. I had the Devin Booker, but you'll never get him again once you get rid of him. So I'm not counting that one. That would have been nice to have. Daniel, what is up, dude? You are quitting my NBA, man. That's a very common theme. That is very common. What's your squad? What we're rolling with right now is the same deck that we did before Star came around. I know a lot of people in the chat have already seen this, but this is the same that I used before Star came out. Worked really good then. A bunch of Elite Pros and then 3 of these Epic Prime Pros. It kind of lowers the deck a little bit. And you might think put in common and uncommon cards to lower it even more. But I actually found that when you drop the deck that much, when you put in those uncommons, you actually find more frequently to have cards that are better than the Elite Pros. And so using these Epic Primes works good. Also, if you don't have this many Elite Pros, you can use, in the video that I have in the description, I used all Epic Prime Pros and then couple Epics, the 3 Epics. That works just as good. Jason Williams for sure, and any historic rare that pops up. I mean, I don't know about the rare, but in Epic, the historics, some of the historics are really garbage. I mean, they honestly are. And I have found quite a few. I've found quite a few of them in there that have not been very good. And so I'm kind of skeptical when coming across one of those to see if whether or not those are actually good rares or not. Anybody know a really good guard in the rare category? If Jason Williams is the best rare, because I still haven't found one that's better since I've been trying to collect them. If there is a better one, defense and rebounding. Clay doesn't have defense. He's a posterizer, right? Offense and playmaking. Yeah, Clay's a posterizer. And of course they act like it's really weird. I have 60% on all my Elite Pros, and it seems to be rare that my thing activates very often. David Wesley for guard. All right, I will look for him for sure, because I do want to get at least the Jason Williams. I've been trying to find his dupe, but I also want a guard too. Because Jason Williams' overall stats look amazing compared to the rest of the other stars. Or rest of the other rares. Started facing a few foil pros. That's no good, man. Are you talking elite foil pros? When you got just elite cards? God, they've been pulling in a lot of stars. This has been really nice. This has been working really good. Elite foils. I have definitely noticed that sometimes it goes through like cycles. Like sometimes you'll get some decks that are really high up, and then you will face some decks that are really low. I have got to pull a star in the stream, man. There is no way. I think the last star I pulled was the very first. Honestly, I think it was the very first. God, it had to have been 2.5 weeks ago, the last event. Not the last main event, but the week before that. I think it was during the gauntlet, like right when we streamed the gauntlet, and then I got off of the gauntlet, like off the stream. I think I pulled a star card, but I don't quite remember. But either way, this deck has been working great. Gotta love how they're putting in all these stars, dude. Rebounding and playmaking. You pulled a J Kid during the Flash event. That is awesome, man. I want to get some good stuff. I mean, I want to be able to get good stuff for the stream. Get some good star polls for the video, you know, for the results video and stuff like that. I know it's been, I guess, disappointing with everything that's been going on lately with the past couple weeks, especially my motivation to play. But I'm hoping that with a little bit of time and building up the deck for that past event that we just had, I'm hoping, you know, I'll have a deck ready instead of being, you know, completely blindsided. It kind of didn't, the timing didn't quite work out, especially being that I was on vacation and stuff. So that made it a little bit more difficult and made it to where I didn't want to try to get a deck. But getting all of this stuff ready for the next time, hopefully it'll be better. The way it is right now, though, I think even if I don't, the way that it's going, I don't even think that I could still do the gauntlet. The star gauntlet. If it's the same deck tier or the same level, I still don't think I could do it. I don't mind necessarily doing +2s. I mean, I would have to say I hate it, but I would still consider doing +2s only on the last tier. If it was both the last 2 tiers of the event card, I definitely wouldn't do it. There's no way I would grind out +2s on 2 separate ladders. Look at this deck. I guarantee we are gonna see a couple. We gotta see a couple star pros. This is weird. They got a Donovan Mitchell rare card in there. And Ilgauskas. There's gotta be some star pros up in here. This is a very weird. This definitely is not normal. And every once in a while, you get these King of the Court decks in which they are really strange like this. Here's more of them. If they have 3 star pros up here at the top, I'm gonna be pretty upset, dude. That is crazy. Last card just faced an elite single. That's weird. John, you got 4 star pros now. 14 star singles, 2 pro Westbrooks, events, and some random dude. There is 1 star. There is 1 star pro anyway. There's a regular LeBron. No, I don't think I saw it anywhere in the chat. If anybody noticed the LeBron James foil star card, if that was in there before. And there is another star event card. Shit, they got rebounding. We're gonna have to use our support card. We can't. That's offense at least, so we could do that. I mean, I am right though. The LeBron star foil was not in the original release of Star. There was 3-star pros in this deck. Can we even beat this? I don't even know if we could beat this. Of course he's going to activate. 13 and 12. Oh man, we didn't. We couldn't beat it. We're going to need... Oh, we did. Okay, I guess we must have barely beat it because I tried to quick calculate it. We must have barely beat it. We got to now remember to keep 2 event cards for the very last one, if at all possible, just in case it is a star pro. I want to get some elite singles at the very end. That would certainly be nice. I don't know. I almost feel like not as many people are playing. I mean, we're rank 100 right now. I don't necessarily think that when we do streams before, when we have done streams before, that we have gotten kept this high in the tier or in the rankings. Now we look to be back to the normal. What do we want to do? Yeah, I'm 25th and normally struggle to get into the top 100. Yeah, so far, I mean, so far it really feels like there is not as many people. And haven't fixed the game sound for Android? And they haven't fixed. So y'all can't hear the game volume right now, or you can? Because I thought Rushy said that he could hear it. God, I'm loving this decks that they're giving. You can hear the game volume. Okay. Well, if you could hear the game volume, this is on Android right now. So, granted that it is BlueStacks Android, but when the bug happened or whatever with game sound, when I did the live streams and stuff on BlueStacks, which is Android, it didn't work. And now it does work. So I don't know, maybe they have it fixed on some things and maybe they don't. If there is anybody in the chat that is going to play, not necessarily just like get event cards, or not necessarily get event cards, because I'm not really worried about that right now. But if there is somebody in the chat that wants to move over to the team, I mean, we do have 4 spots open. I would say that as long as you can at least, you know, just get top, I don't know. I want to say at least top 1,500, maybe. That sounds reasonable. Instead of top 500. Maybe top 1,500. But if you want to do that and want to switch over and jump on the team, you know, you're more than welcome to do that. I have not been looking, I should say, recently, just because, I don't know, I just haven't been looking. We can't beat that, so I'm actually just gonna waste it on that, because we got a couple regular elite pros. I kind of want to get rid of one of them. It's on my game that I still can't hear anything. I don't know, dude. I honestly thought that it wasn't going to be fixed. And then, because I knew it was a problem with 2K, because I've done streams on Supercard and the sound worked fine. And so I knew it wasn't the BlueStacks. But, and then the last two, or the last 3 streams, I think, for 2K, we had no sound. But we do have sound now, so I'm assuming that they might have fixed some aspect of it to get it working for some devices, maybe? Dang it, dude. I don't want to skip another 2-pointer, but I can't beat it with that freaking rebounding. Keon, you're going to be back, play more Royal Rumble. Man, I've been playing Royal Rumble a lot, dude. I got like 14,000 points right now in Royal Rumble. What is with all these mother effing rebounding? So it looks like they've been having at least more foil cards. All of these are foil cards. Defense and rebounding. And then offensive playmaking, I think we'll be alright. We still haven't lost yet. And for the most part, besides for that one game in which it had all of the star pros, we've been actually hitting pretty much all ×2 multipliers. And so it looks like this deck is still going to work. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's sad. I just got excited about pulling 2 common Michael Cage cards in a row. Ah. See, ranked 95, man. It seems like it's a lot less people are playing this week. No love for KD, I guess, huh? Or maybe a lot of people are really just tired of everything that's going on. Which would be unfortunate. I mean, I definitely do not want to quit. I mean, I don't want to quit. I wonder if they're ever going to put in the Throwback Thursdays or the Rookie Stars into the packs. Why those packs are even still for sale is beyond me. Like, Thursday comes around and they still sell a pack for 1,000 credits that has just elite cards in it. Why would seriously anybody buy that? I would think that that would be hurting their bottom line, you know. I would think that that would be hurting their revenue, because they make money off the packs, right? So why are there still no star cards that are Rookie Stars and Throwback Thursdays? Is that Doc Rivers again? Did anybody else see who else? I'm going to look, actually. I'm going to look right after this game, because I know that there were 2 foils that I don't remember seeing before. One of them was the LeBron James. I don't remember seeing the LeBron James foil card that was in there. And there was another foil card that I didn't remember seeing either. And so I am not sure who it was, but I'm going to look here in just a second. There might have been a couple too. There could have been a couple that that they've added. Every time they did one of those last year and they did that, they added quite a few cards. So I don't know how many. Kemba Walker, James Harden. Okay. Do you know, does anybody know if they added any cards for Elite tier or Epic Prime tier or anything like that? We're still trying to complete the catalog. So as you see, guys, we are still trying to complete the catalog. I'm trying to get all of the Epics, all of the Epic Primes. I'm trying to get all of the cards. These cards down here, like this rare D'Angelo Russell, these are the cards that, if you remember in the very beginning, each team has a rare card that you cannot get. A rare Joakim Noah? Is that a new card? That doesn't sound like that's a new card. I mean, it very well could be. It very well could be. But I don't remember. So we got Kemba Walker, James Harden, was John Starks? Did John Starks have a star card? I don't remember the regular stars. I remember the foils. I remember people saying Jimmy Butler was the highest foil. And so and there wasn't very many. There wasn't very many star foils. So that's the only reason why I remember that. There's my boy Mighty Mouse. Certainly be nice to get that card. But we still trying to complete the catalog, that is for sure. We're obviously not going to get these rookie stars and stuff, unless of course they add the perks. But so far we got Kemba Walker, we got James Harden, and we got LeBron James as new star foils. Guys, see, these cards are not even comparable to this Jason Williams. Certainly be nice if they added, you know, cards from other tiers and stuff too. I know gets pretty old when you pull the same stuff over and over again. I'm going to keep that Troy Daniels. See how much he compares to the rest of them. It has been impossible for me to pull a rare dupe. Like, absolutely impossible. At least one that's somewhat decent. I have pulled the Gugliotta though, which is interesting for the rare, for the ultra rares. I did pull a Gugliotta, and he is one of the best ultra rares, so I'll be able to have that card for it. How many cards was it that we could use for that event? How many commons was it? Was it 8 commons and 4 uncommons? Is that what it was on the very first tier, on the lower level, the 30 million? I can't remember how many commons I needed, or how many common pros you need. Oh my fucking god, dude. That is absolutely so irritating. Like, I have so many of these, right? And I had this one, but the computer or whatever, the AI doesn't automatically put your level 10 in there. It like put a rare, or put a non-leveled up card in there. That is freaking irritating. I can bet that a lot of people accidentally have done that before. That's just stupid, man. Like, why would it be like that? You did it with elites before, dude. That's rough. I mean, I certainly am glad I've only done it. I actually know that it does that sometimes, and I just don't remember when I'm doing it to make sure to check. I mean, you would think common sense would tell you that you should have the card automatically go in that is the best one, right? I mean, that's what you would think common sense would tell you. But it doesn't do that for some reason. It puts the non-leveled up card in there. Someone just pulled the foil Kimba on Discord. Well, I guess if you're on the Discord, if you're not, the Discord's in the description. But if you're part of the Discord, man, go check that out. What do y'all think about the picture? What does the picture look like? Good stuff? Bad stuff? I got best card in game. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Blake Griffin wasn't better than the Westbrook, or was Blake Griffin better than Westbrook? I would think the last event card wasn't as good as Westbrook, but I could be mistaken. I mean, I don't know 100%. Is Westbrook still the best one? Blake is the worst event card. Okay. I mean, we got the Westbrook, so if that is still the best card, if Westbrook still is the best card, then there's definitely quite a few people that have the Westbrook. Obviously 500 of us. But more people have the Westbrook, I guarantee, than have the Blake Griffin, I would think. I mean, it could be mistaken, but... And I'm going to assume that the Kevin Durant now is going to be better. Oh, I like that Iguodala. Looking like he's fresh out of the University of Arizona. But I would assume that Kevin Durant's going to be better than Westbrook. There's the J Kid. I like that picture. I mean, not so much in the Dallas Mavericks uniform. I love them giving me these ×2 right here. Keep giving them to me on those star cards. If they fill the entire board with just regular stars, it's going to make this event. What is Dwight Howard doing with a star card in a Washington Wizards uniform? At least put him as some historic card. I mean, I wouldn't put him in a Washington Wizards. Don't hate on the Mavs. I mean, I'm not hating on the Mavs, Jeremy. I just like J Kidd in other uniforms. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a Suns fan, so when I think of certain players, I think of certain players on certain teams, and would rather see them, you know, with other uniforms on, if you know what I'm saying. Not that I'm hating on the Mavericks. Not better than Westbrook. Westbrook is triple threat. I do love the fact that Westbrook is triple threat. That is 100%. I mean, he's the only event card that we've had that's been triple threat. We still haven't had any generational talents. So I do like that. The fact that Durant is a posterizer, his defense isn't that great, his rebounding isn't that great, his playmaking isn't that great. So all three of those things can be beaten. I guarantee you that it'll probably be up there, obviously, since it's a star card or an event card. But compared to his offense, I mean, Durant only has offense and can only contribute to something that is already completely overpowered in the game. And so, yeah, I mean, overall, I would say Westbrook is a better card for the simple fact that it's triple threat. And it can apply those stats to all the other categories. You have the Dwight, but it's in the Rockets? I swear I just saw Dwight Howard in Washington Wizards. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm tripping out. I don't know. I don't know, man. You want to go with Harden because my boy dropped a 50-point triple-double. Yeah, no doubt. Harden played good. Oh, here you go. There you go, man. That's for Harden. Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt, dude. I mean, if you're from Houston, I mean, I live in Houston as well. So even though the Phoenix Suns are my favorite team, I still got Rockets stuff. I was around when they had the back-to-back, and so that was a big part of when I was younger. And so I can definitely appreciate, you know, the Rockets for the most part. I'm definitely more critical of the Rockets as well than probably your average person, being that I live in Houston and I see so much Houston stuff. Are you telling me Dwight Howard has 2 star cards on 2 different teams? That would be dumb. That's stupid if that is the case. Dwight Howard has a Rockets and a... I'm going to have to look, man, because I swear I saw Dwight Howard in a Wizards uniform. Yours was an elite. Person might have changed the picture to the Wizards on the... Oh, John, you're right. So on the elite card is the Washington Wizards, and the star is the star is the one that is the Rockets. Is Harden card good enough for a normal star? I mean, I guess that depends on what you mean by good enough. And good enough for depends on what you're doing. Like, to grind it out and to get it. I mean, I think all stars are worth it, especially at this point. I mean, we don't have enough. We're gonna need them for the gauntlet. God dang, how do they activate so much? Like, I swear, all of my elite cards are at 60%, and it seems like they activate way more times than I do. There they go again. They activated again, and we didn't. 3 times in a row. You're from Dallas. Support the Mavs. Loyalty to a team. Hey, we activated though, so I'll take it. You believe in Cowboys. Yeah, Dirk. I saw that Dirk came back last night. Came back from his injury. First game of the season. Scored 2 points in 6 minutes. Obviously, you know, he's like a porcelain doll at this point. So we'll have to see how much he plays going forward. Hopefully he does. Hopefully he gets some action in, though. But Cowboys are playing good. They are no doubt playing much better than they started. Everybody on the team is playing better. Dak is playing so much better than they did before. And running game is looking good. Amari Cooper, I mean, picking Amari Cooper up was definitely clutch for the team. I think that probably was one of the best transactions, at least for trades go, this season for any team. That was definitely a good pickup. But they look all right. My Cardinals don't look very good, though. Josh Rosen, man. Some games I see Josh Rosen play, and I'm like, dude, he could be actually pretty decent. And then I see another game that Josh Rosen plays, and I'm like, oh my god, why did we draft this guy? It's terrible. What deck am I using? This is still the same deck from last or before Star Tier came out. Or if you check the video in the description, if you have not seen my deck, in the description of the stream, I do have the link to the King of the Court. This is the main deck that I used before Star Tier came out, and it worked pretty good. So I tried to do it this time, and it's been working good. We've won every game, pretty much getting most of the times 2 multipliers. All elite pros, most of them event cards. And then these 3 Epic Prime Pros on the right to kind of lower the deck tier. The other one in the video that I used was 12 Epic Prime Pros, and then 3 Epic cards to lower that deck. And so both of those decks worked great when I did it. I'm just using, I wanted to make a deck that most people could put together, and then one deck that I can put together. But I prefer this one just because of all the event cards, you know. We are ranked 55. That seems way off, man. That definitely seems way off. Like, that amount of participation right now seems to be really low. You have 7-star pros, and they are either point guard or small forward. You know what, Dia? That actually helps you, dude. Because when it comes to the gauntlet, when the gauntlet comes, you want to put all of those stars in one position to get the boost. Because if they're in the position when it starts, then they get the boost, right? And so you're going to want that. That's actually going to really help you out for the gauntlet. Obviously, for regular other decks, you don't want that because you do want all the positions filled up. But gauntlet, it'll work good, man. They got a special card. Can do that to the stats. A special card that can do what to the stats? Oh, look at that Dennis Rodman, man. That's a nice card. Is that his rookie? I wonder if that is if that's his rookie or if that's his throwback. Looks like. Did Dennis Rodman start on the Pistons? It was the Pistons, then the Bulls, right? It was Pistons. Dennis Rodman was started on the Pistons, then he went to Bulls. Yeah, because by the time he got to the Bulls, he had the piercings and tattoos and all that junk. On the Pistons, he didn't have hardly anything. But I can't remember if he played on a team before the Pistons or not. I still have no point guard stars. I have every other position. Well, at least you're getting them, man. We haven't pulled a star card in a long time. Make your ability trigger close to 100%. Oh, okay. I certainly wish that it was like that last year, where you could get it to 100%. It seems like that it happens more often than not, or it doesn't happen as often as it should, being at 60%. Because obviously, if it's 60%, it should happen more than half of the time, and it doesn't feel like it's ever like that. But I don't like it being stuck at 60%. Definitely kind of makes it hard to judge what to play and what not to play. Oh, there's that John Starks. I can't remember if I saw that before. John Starks is triple threat. That's awesome. There's so few really good cards that I've seen in the stars. How many, anybody know in the chat how many cards are actual generational talent in star tier? Because I don't honestly remember seeing any, but then again, I have not seen the LeBron card, which last year was generational talent. There's quite a few that was generational talent last year, but especially later in the tiers. Later in the tiers, man, it definitely was a lot. God dang, that's actually the worst thing that could have happened right there. Your brother got John Starks? That's awesome, dude. I would take a John Starks for sure. They are giving us a lot of top tier stars this time. Go back to just the regular stars. There's one of our few stars. I think we have maybe, or I think I have maybe like 13, maybe 12, 13, 14, I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember. Darren, you're at rank 79. I have a feeling it's going to be a lot easier to, I mean, we're going to get a pretty good idea where this game is heading at the end of this event. I mean, it's only been a couple weeks into Star. Just a month, I guess, into Star. And oh my god, I swear to God, I have pulled this guy probably 10 times this year, 15 times. I probably could have made a deck of entire Miritich cards. I need that star. KD already have the Westbrook and Harden star pros. That's a pretty nice one, man. If you could get the Harden foil, Scooby, dude, you'd be set. Westbrook at point. You got the Harden shooting guard, and then you got the Durant at small forward. That's actually a pretty dang good lineup right there. Real life. Like real life as well. If it was me, I mean, if I had to choose between Westbrook or Curry, should say, like if I was going to make a dream team, I would 100% take Westbrook. I know a lot of people might not feel the same way, but personally, man, I think I would take Westbrook over Curry any day of the week. And now we're getting all the elite pros again. Okay. So does anybody in the chat think that Golden State Warriors are not going to make the finals this year? They've had some pretty lackluster performances. I don't know if it's just performing under par or just not in the mindset to dominate, but they've definitely had some games in which they looked like they were pretty darn beatable. I certainly think it's possible that they don't make finals. Especially in the Western Conference, as the Phoenix Suns are going to now hit their stride and go on like a 15-20 game win streak and take over the top of the conference. You know it's going to happen. Or who knows, maybe they really want to try to get a #1 draft pick again. I haven't seen enough games to know whether or not I want to put too much blame on the coach, since I've never seen the guy coach before, and I did not know who he was until he came to the Suns. I don't know, man. I'm really, like, there's no way that we should have this bad of a record. I just don't feel like we should. So what's the problem? We can only hope they don't make it. Yeah, I mean, I do. I definitely hope they don't make it. I mean, being that in the division that I'm in the conference that I'm in, I don't necessarily like seeing, if the playoffs started right now, we got the Kings, we got the Lakers, and we got the Warriors. Like, Suns, bro, like, we're hurting bad. I mean, are we the toughest division in basketball? Oh my gosh, I ran out of points already. Alright, well, I guess we're going to have to do ads. We'll do ads for a couple of them. See, I don't know how to actually buy points on... I don't know how to actually buy points on BlueStacks. Derek, what is up, my dude? Welcome to the stream, man. You playing today? Or are you taking a break still? I can't remember if you said that you quit for good or if you... if you're playing or not. I used to love Command and Conquer way back in like the Sega days. That game was fun. It used to be fun. Played it on the computer a lot. I have never been top 100. I've never been top 100 for this long either. I mean, we're top 50 right now. Like, and I'm not even grinding, right? I'm not even doing anything like crazy here. I'm kind of taking my time. I'm talking, relaxing. I mean, y'all know if you've been to other streams, I mean, we talk and everybody in the stream is well ahead of me on things like Rivals Clash and all the other game modes. Just because we're just chilling and relaxing and just playing the game. But, dude, like to be in the top 50... like with the pace that I'm going right now, I feel like I could take a nap for 8 hours, jump on, and I'll still be in the top 500, even at the jump of the event. That's a scary thought. That is honestly a scary thought. What's buying points? I meant credits, Darren. I meant credits. Like, I didn't have any credits to get another refresh. I didn't know I used them up already. You are done for good. I just can't play anymore. Too much time needed for a below average game. I feel you, Derek. I definitely feel you. I will agree that, I mean, I guess it would depend on what you mean by average and below average, you know, what you're actually comparing it to. But, I mean, I make the comparison all the time to Supercard. And the amount of effort and things they put into that game as compared to this game, man, it's like night and day. It's seriously night and day. So I definitely feel you on that aspect. Why is everyone quitting? It's not that bad. I mean, it's not that it's not that bad. I mean, for me anyway, I have a couple huge problems with the game right now. One is how bad their communication is, how bad their routine for putting things on schedule and doing things at a time and give us a heads up on what's going on, what we're doing, and what's coming, you know, future plans, all of that stuff. Like, I have a huge problem with that. You know, that's one of the things I love about Supercard, is that you know exactly when it starts. The previews come out at the exact same time every week. They give you tweets, they give you updates, they give you everything to let you know what's going on, when it's happening, and all of that stuff. So, like, and communication was bad last year, but this year it's at an all-time low. Like, it is at a ridiculous all-time low. Like, they're doing things that, like, when they did the patch, for example, you know, and this is a perfect, you know, to me, a perfect example of what I'm talking about. When they did the patch in which it fixed the R3 deck, the King of the Court deck, and they fixed other things in the game, like, made it to where we couldn't use the normal deck that we had. Like, that just came randomly. Like, they just threw in the update, and, like, with no notice, no nothing, and then put us back on there for us to figure out that the decks don't work anymore. And then when they put in the last game mode, like, they put it in on an update in the middle of an actual event while we're playing an event, which is ridiculous. And then instead of doing that event for the update that we just had, they did a different event with no notice. So one of my biggest problems is communication. Like, that just really gets to me. I have a couple other things that bother me too, but that's one of the biggest things, man. I hate not knowing what we're doing and why we're doing it and what I have to look forward to. It's hard to get excited about something that you don't know. Chance, what is up, dude? What is going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Good to see you. What are your thoughts on the Suns owner threatening to move to Seattle? I didn't necessarily hear that he was threatening to move to Seattle specifically, but I did hear the threats and stuff, which is interesting. I definitely think that is interesting. I would be devastated if they did that, because from what I understand is Phoenix is losing the hockey team, right? And then if Phoenix lost the basketball team as well, then all we would have is the Cardinals. And that's scary. Like, Phoenix is like the 5th largest city in the country. And to only have one professional sports team seems, I guess 2, the Diamondbacks. Have 2 professional, I mean, you need one in every single sport, and to lose hockey and basketball, I don't know. That would be very disappointing and upsetting. I personally like the idea, but it seems, I mean, I don't know, man. I have a different perspective of what pay to win actually means. I mean, I don't think it's pay to win, just like I don't think MYNBA2K is pay to win. In just like, for example, in 2K, there are certain things that you have to pay for to get. Like, you have to pay for the Throwback Thursday cards. You got to pay for the Rookie Star cards. You got to pay for, sometimes in some cases, you got to pay for event cards. But to me, the definition of pay to win means that in order for you to be good or successful at the game, you have to pay money to get that stuff. And you don't have to have the event cards. You don't have to have, like in Supercard, you don't have to complete the OTL event. You can get the cards on the draft board. You can get the cards by grinding other events. And so, like, my whole idea or definition of pay to win is not this, and it's not Supercard either. But you do have, it seems like you do have to pay money to be able to finish it. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. It's like the Sonics being moved all over again because of the owner. Yeah, I mean, teams are going to move. Teams are going to move. That happens, but I really hope that it's not the Suns. I hope they don't move. Whatever grief the owner has, man, I hope they figure it out and squash the beef, dude. Is this your last? No, this isn't my last one. I'm gonna keep doing 2K. I mean, I love basketball, man. I love basketball, and so I'm gonna keep doing 2K. But to what extent is gonna be the question. That's the only thing that's gonna be up in the air. To what extent? You know, if they made certain improvements and changes to the game, I would be obviously more inclined to do things that I, in the past few weeks, have not been doing. Wow, this is actually the first elite event card I have actually seen in here. That's interesting. That's the first one we've actually seen. If they did move to Seattle, I would be interested to see how the accolades and stuff would work, like Seattle Thunder connected to. I mean, I would assume, honestly, man, I would actually assume that it would probably work the same way that Cleveland Browns and Baltimore Ravens did. And so, like, as you know, the Cleveland Browns moved to Baltimore and became the Baltimore Ravens. And Cleveland did not have a team for some number of years. And then Cleveland got a team. And then all the records from Cleveland stayed with the Cleveland Browns and didn't transfer to the Baltimore Ravens. And so the Baltimore Ravens was treated like an expansion team. So, I mean, if some team moved to Seattle and then became the Seattle Supersonics, I would think that they would just switch over the records to the Seattle Supersonics and make it to where the Thunder was like an expansion team. Gotta need a pull, man. I seriously need a pull. This event is hard. Daniel, I don't know about your deck, man, but this method works really good. Also in the description is a link to my King of the Court decks if you want to check that out. I have this deck on that video and then another deck, like a lower tier deck, that's both pretty successful as many times as I've done it. So far, since we've been playing, I mean, we've been hitting 20 pointers, we've been hitting 18 pointers, we've been hitting a lot of times too. Haven't had any trouble. This has actually been a lot easier than it was when before Star came out, because before Star came out, the highest deck cards you could put in there was event elite cards, and there was actually quite a few of them. So this has actually been working out to a better deck than it used to be. Oh, I forgot to turn the volume back up. The Thunder don't claim any Sonic stuff in any official stuff anymore. The first year or two they did, but they slowly... Oh, okay. All right. Well, maybe that's fine. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, they could do it just like that. I mean, they could keep it like even if Seattle doesn't get a team, they could keep all Seattle Supersonic. But I'm willing to bet that the way that Seattle is, I would assume that they're gonna go get a team, right? The way that expansion has been working, people are gonna want Seattle to have a team. So I'm assuming that they're gonna get one. You can tell by the quality of Supercard compared to... Yeah, hey, no doubt. I think you can tell 100%. Just being like the way the events are, the communication that they do, the depth of the actual game itself. I mean, just all of the different aspects of the game itself. You can 100% tell. Oh my god, my bad, dude. All right, there we go. I totally forgot. When the ad came on, when the ads come on, I put it on mute, and I forget to put it back off mute. Rebounding and playmaking. Dennis Johnson is a triple threat, right? So I don't want to use Giannis. If you use non-event elite cards, will the opponents be the same? Russell, Rushy was doing non-event cards. I don't know if he's still in the stream, but Rushy was using that, and he said it worked okay. So you can try it out and see if it works, but I think you should be okay. But if not, the other deck I used, instead of I used the 12 Epic Prime Pros and then 3 Epic, just regular Epic cards. And so that deck worked just as good. Maybe not as good, but at least comparable. I mean, when I tested all of the different decks, I found that it worked pretty comparable to this deck that I'm using now. So if you don't have that many, you know, you can always do it with Epic Prime. If there was a way to collect 12 Epic Prime foils, then, you know, that would be the deck I would use. If you could get that many foil pros, I would 100% do that, but I can't pull foils for nothing, and I've never pro'd a foil, so that's never going to happen. Hey, I actually think I need that Gerald Green. God, these pulls have been garbage so far today. Let me see if I need that. I think I needed that Gerald Green. Maybe not. Maybe not. I might have already pro'd it. There's not too many epics that I still need. And I will have them all done. Oh, I do need it. That is awesome, dude. So he is one of the epics that I still needed to get pro'd. That actually worked out good. How many more do I need? So just Ish Smith, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only need 5 more cards, 5 more pros, and I'll be done with the epics. Ish Smith, Dwight Powell, Josh Hart, Michael Beasley, and Jeremy Lin. Those are the only 5 epics that I need, and I'll have all of the epics done. So we have already the ultra rares. We'll have the epics, and I think I'm about 75% done with the epic primes. Maybe about 50 to 60% done with the elites. I guess I might as well get rid of these cards while we're here. Oh, man. Pulled a defensive anchor, Trevor Ariza. Bro, that is the card I want. That is definitely the card I want, man. 100%. I definitely wish I could get that. That would be a really good pull. Very jealous, man. Hey, no problem, Russell. Card design looks a lot more complex. It does. I mean, there's 100% more complex. For sure. The Suns are hitting themselves for taking Doncic, or for taking Ayton instead of him. I mean, again, I think it's a little bit too early to tell. So I'm going to hold off a little bit of... God dang, I don't need that many... Kendall Gills. Whoops. I'm doing it backwards. God dang it. But I do think it's a little too early to tell for that. He does look like he's having a great year, though. Interesting thing, though, is that Dallas has played the Suns twice, and the Suns and Ayton beat them both times. So maybe that's like maybe that's the motivation that he needs in order to play well, is to play a opponent that was considered to be, I guess, his draft buddy rival. Seven epic prime foils. That's pretty good, dude. Much better than me. Speedy, what is up, man? Welcome. What is going on? Hopefully your Friday's going good. Doncic does look really good. I mean, no doubt about it. He looks great. If you're a betting man, how much would you say Cat Daddy put into NBA a week compared to Supercard? I mean, I would think if you look at the entire company as a whole, I would think that 90% of all the resources go into Supercard and 10% go into 2K. Brazil, what's up, man? What's going on? Welcome to the stream, dude. Pulled the Kemba Walker star. No way. No way. That's a good pull, dude. Was it the foil? I'm sure if it was foil, you would have said something. But that is awesome. I have come to a point where I just pretty much want any star. If I could get a star, that would be awesome. Quan, I have no problem if there is people on the team, or the people that want to join the team right now. You're more than welcome to join. I have two things though that definitely have to say. If you do join the team, you do need to get. I mean, before we were a top 500 team, like, in order to be on the team, you had to get event cards and stuff like that. But I would say right now, we're only looking at, I would say I'd be happy top 1,500 or so. Top 1,500, top 1,000. If you can get top 1,500, top 1,000, then you're more than welcome to join. But I will have to say, though, that if the time comes in the next couple weeks to where I feel like I'm going to put in the effort again like we used to at the top 500, I will then change the requirements to only get top 500. And but until that point, as long as you are top 1,000, top 1,500, something like that, I'll be okay with it. So it's up to you. If you want to join, you are more than welcome to. Just let me know what your NBA name is in the chat, so that way I can find whoever it is you are and add you. Can't believe we're still close to top 50 right now. God dang it, I keep forgetting to take off the dang sound. I mean, put the sound back on. LaFleur. All right. Well, I will, if you sent the invite, as soon as this is over, I will go in there and add you up. But like I said, just be aware that in the next couple weeks, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, if the time comes in which I want to put this in, you know, like I was doing before, you know, if I feel better about the game, I should say, I'm going to switch it to top 500. And so you would have to get top 500 from then on. Or switch teams. Your lineup looking good. This lineup has actually been amazing. It's been working better in this tier than it had been when I was in elite tier. When I was in elite tier, it was working out good. But now that I'm in star tier, this is actually working out even better. Even better. God dang it. Sometimes the thing messes up. I don't know why it does that. I guess we'll take this break to say if you have, sorry man, my thing froze up. I thought it quit. But if you are enjoying the stream, man, please hit that thumbs up. Please hit that sub button if you are new. We will, of course, be doing 2K. We do Supercard. I will be doing lots of other stuff too, especially if you are somebody that has been around for me since my Injustice days. I don't know if there are any people in here into fighting games, but when the new Mortal Kombat comes out, man, I'm going to be doing that a lot too. I don't know if people are going to be happy about it, but I like it, and so I'm going to be doing that as well. Hey, at least it gave it to me. Oh, wait. I said I was going to check. LaFleur. There we go. Like I said, if this is anybody, you know, that's in the stream right now, you know, let me know. I do not just add any random person unless I have talked to you first. Because like I said, being that the situation that we're in with the team, I want to make sure that expectations are clear before you join the team so you know what to expect. Right now, obviously, they're a little bit lax when it comes to what you actually have to do. No regular star. First game after the gauntlet. And I guarantee you that I'm going to pull a star my first game after the stream is over. Wow, this is the first time we've seen a deck like this too. This is going to be scary. We got to get rid of, we really got to get rid of this Epic Prime because I know there are going to be star, there's going to be star pros up here at the very top. And so we're going to need 2 event cards. So we definitely got to get rid of this. Offense and playmaking, no way I could beat that. We can't beat offense and playmaking on any of these guys. Shoot. Your Gothic pull came at 237. Wow, that's actually better than I had thought. That's like 237 is almost what I'm getting with my plus. My last 3 resets have been around 220. Offense and playmaking again, man. We still can't beat it. That's gonna hurt us, dude. I don't know if we can win this if it is card might screw us over. You play every event, usually top 500. That's awesome, man. I mean, if you usually get top 500, then you ain't gonna have to worry about it. I mean, if you slip out of the top 500 and get you know, top 1,000, you know, you ain't gotta worry because we're not worried about that right now. This is gonna be tough. I probably should have went for it there to see if I could get it. Wow. And they didn't even do it. I thought they were going to do a Star Pro at the end. Brad Daugherty. Do you think Cat Daddy has patched the limit before pull? Yeah, I don't know, man. Mine's been really consistent, honestly. I have hit over 200 every single reset. My last one, what I pulled, both of those 2 dupes, that exact same guy, I can't even think of what his name was anymore. He's so bad. But my first one was 218 resets, and this one was 217 resets. And so I pulled the exact same guy 2 times in a row. And the resets were almost identical. And then the reset before that, I was like 228 or something. Sin, that's who his name was. I mean, I don't know who that person is, but I know he's like the worst Gothic, or he's one of the worst Gothics, if not the worst Gothic in the game. JB pulled 3 shattered, close to a back-to-back. The third was a shattered female. I mean, I'm not surprised JB gets anything, dude. Like, when you get to be, I guess, upper, I don't want to say upper level, but I guess upper level. That figures, man. They did this shit again, dude. That shit pisses me off, that how often they activate and we don't, when all they have to do is activate. They activated 2 times in a row. Like, all of my elites are set at 60%. And we don't activate near, even close to as much as 60%. Like, there's 3 times right there, and they've activated 3 times in a row, and we've activated none. It's simple shit like that that pisses me off. Anyway, back to JB. I'm not surprised. Like, when you get to be, like, I guess as high up, I don't want to say high up, but as popular as he is in the game that he does, I mean, he gets certain perks. And so he gets, you know, those QR codes. He gets, I mean, it wouldn't even surprise me if he got better pull rates than other people. So, I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm definitely not surprised. That, I guarantee you, that will never, ever, ever happen to me. Ever. Since I've been keeping track of resets, Keon, like the last, I don't know, 10, 15 resets, I have not had one single reset under 200. Not one. So maybe I am just extremely unlucky, or, you know, it just happens. Pulled a foil Joel Embiid. That's not a bad pull. I did not know Billy Kay was a female Gothic pro. Yeah. I actually did my deck. If I can finish getting that rush card in the thing, I will then have my 6 cards will be 2 Neon Pros, 2 Gothic Pros, and my females will be a Gothic Pro and a SummerSlam 18 Pro. So just in the past couple days, if I can get that rush, I would have pro'd 2 Neons, a Gothic, and a SummerSlam. So my deck's going to be like Neon Plus probably by that point. I mean, that's a huge jump. I'm probably going to put a video out tomorrow for my Neon freebie. And see if it actually changes in the event. JB has had luck. Yeah, dude. I don't pull shit. I mean, if you've seen my posts on Twitter, if you've seen, you know, what I've posted in the Discord, you'll know, as far as luck goes, dude, I am gotta be one of the unluckiest MFers in the world, because I seriously never pull good shit. Like, I pull stuff, but as far as good stuff goes, yeah, I'm going to make a video for it, Keon. No doubt about it. Yeah, when I hit Neon, the cards will change. Yeah, no doubt. So the Neon card will go down to 4,000, which will make it a heck of a lot easier for sure. But make me want to even more grind out to get that 9,000. But at least I know for a fact I could get 4,000. I mean, 4,000 I'll be able to get for sure, I think. I don't see any reason why I can't get 4,000. But I have in my matches, I have a free card tier for female, and I'm getting ready to have a free card tier for male. So I'm actually getting ready to have both of them. Where are my ×2 multipliers, Cadetty? Chris, bro, don't tell me that. Oh, don't tell me that, man. Do we know that for a fact? Has somebody tried that? Have you seen a video? Or is that just speculation? You know that for a fact, Chris? Because that kind of makes me that makes me upset. I mean, it's gonna make my life a lot more challenging. Obviously, getting 9,000 is a lot harder than getting 4,000. Oh, okay. So it is confirmed. That stinks, dude. That stinks. But I guess we got to take it. I'm going to just have to try to do what I can to get that 9,000 points. 9,000 is going to take a... God dang it. I keep forgetting to turn on the dang sound, man. My bad. My bad. Oh my gosh. Okay. I got to jump on the supercard real quick. Speaking of which, I got to jump on the supercard and we got to start our TBG. Let me get this bad boy going. Almost forgot for a quick second. My guy in my team is getting his second Shattered Pro 2 event. Dang. That's pretty good, man. Tony, what is going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully your day is going good. Welcome. We're actually getting ready to take off. I mean, we only got a couple more matches left, and then we're going to be done. Do I think it's possible to win without spending money? I mean, in this event, the way things are going right now, 100% I think you can get top 500 without spending money. I mean, we're in the top 50 right now, which is something we have never been in the stream this late, 2 hours into the thing. I mean, it seems like 100% easy to get it. Facing Neon Plus Plus. Well, good luck, dude. Good luck. It's going to be a challenge. Why can't we just keep it basketball? I'm on and I don't have a clue. Well, I think Dynasty, a lot of people that come to the Supercard or come to 2K also play Supercard as well. And honestly, man, I talk about just about everything. So take, for example, earlier today in the stream, we were talking about Mortal Kombat. As another game in which I play. If you look on my channel, or if you've looked at videos I've done in the past, I mean, I've done fighting games, I've done first-person shooter games, I've done all that stuff. So people that play those games sometimes come in here and then they talk about other stuff. So take Keon. Keon doesn't play 2K, but he's still a supporter of the channel, still comes into the streams. And so I have no problem with other people coming into the streams and talking about other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just like when I play Supercard, people come in there and talk about basketball. Oh my God. That was my star poll. Are you kidding? I'm quitting. I am quitting this game. F this game. Oh my God, dude. Like, that took every single bit of what I have out of me right there. It's been 3 events since I've pulled a star card. 3 events. Oh my God, dude. Like, I'm so upset right now. Oh, man. And what's funny is that for the people that play Supercard, I got that. I got the worst Gothic in the game, 2 resets in a row, which I posted on the Twitter page. By the way, if you're not a follower of my Twitter, man, go to the description and click that follow button. But 2 resets in a row, I got the worst Gothic in the game. See, you see that shit? And they fucking do it again. How many times does that happen when all of my guys are at 60%, yet they never activate, and they always do just to win? That shit pisses me off. Like, that is one of the things about this year's edition, being that they took away the 100%. Like, last year it was 100%. If you put in the abilities, it was going to activate 100%. You knew your cards were going to win. Like, that shit happens all of the time. Where if they activate, they're gonna win. But if you activate, as long as you don't activate, or if they don't activate, they don't win. I'm a little bit upset about the about the reset. Anyway, Dynasty, no problem, man. No problem. Yeah, I'll talk about anything. I mean, we'll talk about football. We were talking about my Arizona Cardinals here a little while ago. Oh my god, dude, I'm so angry right now. Ugh. Supports definitely count as resets, dude. 100%. Because if they did not count as resets, then 2K does not have a pity pool thing. Because I've had events before in which I've had over 300-400 resets and only pulled support cards. And so if support cards didn't count as the actual reset, then 2K doesn't have a pity pool or a max reset mark. All right, we'll do one more. Oh my god, and I still have not unmuted the game yet. At least it happened at the end of the stream. I did say to start the stream I was going to pull a star. Did I not? I mean, I did say that. Now, I didn't say it was going to be a good one. I didn't say it was going to be a good one, but I mean, for as many resets as I've had, I knew it was coming. Oh, man. Okay, so this is going to be our last one. We're going to be done. Not going to be angry. I'm going to be... Hey, we've had a good stream still. We've had a good stream. I'm actually really surprised about this, guys. Like, we are rank 40 right now. This, even last year, when I did all of the streams last year, when I did all the streams for every single event, I don't think that there has been one single event ever, last year and this year, in which we were still top 100 by the end of the stream. By the time the stream was over, we weren't top 100. So that goes to show you that how few people are playing right now, or maybe how few people are putting money into the game. Like, this seems to be a pretty bad sign right now. If more people don't play, it makes me think we're going to get even less support. Who knows? Maybe there's going to be a week next week or an event coming up soon where they just don't do an event on Friday. And they just, like, don't do it. Say, oh, maintenance. This game needs a hella rework, dude. If they were smart, they would just contact my email and say, Sonny, bro, we want to hire you. We want you to be the game manager so you can develop this game into a great piece of, a great app. I would fly to California or wherever the hell these guys are and make this game great again. There's Sean Elliott, my boy. Be ashamed. I think they should be ashamed. I think they should be 100% ashamed. That's like, you know, that's like saying that you have LeBron James on your team, right? You know what LeBron James is capable of. You know how good he is. And he goes the entire season averaging 12 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists a game. Like, imagine if LeBron James went the entire season getting 13 points and 3 rebounds all year. Like, you'd be like, why is he doing that? Like, you know that he's capable of doing so much better. You know he's capable of all-star performances. You know he's capable of MVP performances. But yet he's going to play the entire season scoring 13 points a game. Like, why would he do that? What would be the purpose of doing that? It just makes zero sense. Why you know that they're capable of making something fantastic, why they don't do it. It just freaking blows my mind. Even though I love basketball this much. I mean, I absolutely love basketball. So, I don't know. It makes me sad. We're going to put these in here, feed these up. But that's pretty much it, man. We are going to obviously cruise in, I think. I mean, it might be a little bit too early. Maybe I'm jumping the gun. But it feels like it's going to be a pretty easy coast to get this event card. Which compared to the Rivals Clash, I mean, the Rivals Clash event, when we had that a couple weeks ago, was one of the hardest. I mean, that was close to like 7,000 points to get the event card. But now we're a couple weeks later, a bad and horrible planned gauntlet event that was terribly done. And then the new event, which I would consider to be very unsuccessful. Look where we are. Look where we are. The events are still better on 2K than Supercard. I mean, I don't think so. Not in any way, shape, or form do I think that I mean, look at this. Like, this is another one of the huge gripes that I have, right? So we got a team. We put together a team. We want to play as a team for good rewards. And if you finish first overall for your team, like first in the world, first on the game, like there's only one rank, number 1. If you finish number 1 overall, you get these rewards. Plus 2 draft picks for 24 hours, an increased rate for supercharge keys and level up cards, and you get a non-max level player like leveled up. That's for rank 1. That is 100% pathetic. And this is one of the other reasons, besides for the communications, like one of the things that makes me so frustrated with this. There is no reason to have a team. There's no reason to play together. Like last year we had Throwback Thursday perks, we had Rookie Star perks, we had those types of perks to play for. Like, who's got plus 2 draft picks, an increased rate for supercharged keys? That's for the number 1 spot in the world on the game. And that's the garbage you get. That just frustrates the shit out of me. How can they do that to a fan base, to people that have stuck by the game for this long? How could they do that to us? Look at that. I remembered this time. But anyway, Cat Daddy, if you're watching, stop making these garbage mistakes. Send me an email. Let me know. Hire me up. I'll fly out there. We'll swing all these ideas around. We'll make the game great again. But that is going to do it, guys. If you have not, if you're just coming to the stream, if you're just stopping by, I'll show the deck one more time. We actually did really well in this deck. Same deck that I used during Elite. It's worked amazing so far. We are top 50, believe it or not, which is crazy. Won every game, get most times 2. If you do not have this many event elite cards, just switch these out for Epic Prime Pros and switch out the Epic Prime Pros for Epics, and you'll do almost as good. But that's what it looks like. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate everybody. How do I feel about the Star KD? I don't like posterizers, man. To be honest, I'm not a Golden State Warrior fan. I think KD is a great player, no doubt about it, but I hate posterizers. I hate them. I hate posterizers in this game. Just because offense is ridiculous. Like, there's too many people that have offense cards and only offense. Like, that just is irritating that there's no defensive players that are as good as offensive players. Anyway, that's going to do it. So y'all take it easy. Thanks for coming out. If you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up. We will do another stream, I'm sure, at the end, Sunday night, like normal. Video on Monday, like always. Hopefully this event, like so far, is going to be a lot easier to get the card. But y'all take it easy. I will see y'all very soon. Probably going to do a super card stream, maybe, if you feel like coming in and checking that out. But y'all take it easy. Have a great weekend. Have a great Friday. I am out.